live. MCU fans, Armand here for E equals MCU. And we didn't get the trailer. They got the trailer. We didn't get the trailer. Back at my old stomping grounds out in Las Vegas. Probably should have went. Maybe I'll go next year. All things considered, maybe that's a goal to set is to go next year for CinemaCon because they're probably going to show Secret Wars trailer at CinemaCon. My thought, but we'll see. Anyways, so as a result, the trailer description has leaked online. A lot of the people who saw the trailer at CinemaCon have leaked exactly what happened in the trailer, and I just kind of wanted to gush over some of the things that they were saying happened in the trailer. So apparently, we get a lot of Avengers X Men action, which I kind of figured we would, considering who was all in Doomsday. As far as like we saw in the four character trailers, we know we're getting some Thor. We know we're getting some Wakandans, and we're getting Talawan or Tarkan and Namor. We know we're getting some new Avengers, and we also know we're getting some new Avengers with a Z. I'm gonna just call them the Thunderbolts. I hope they just stick with the Thunderbolts. Um, and we're getting Fantastic Four, and we're getting all of this with Doom impending. We're getting X-Men. So apparently in the trailer, one of the things that happens is, or the first thing I'll talk about is Thor taking on Doctor Doom, and Thor, and this is what I like about the fact that the Russos are doing this film. He didn't make the same mistake twice that he made with Thanos. He threw Stormbreaker and he hit Thanos in the chest. Apparently, this time, going for Doctor Doom in a similar manner, he tosses Stormbreaker at Doctor Doom and he's going for the head. He is going to put that thing smack dead in the middle of Doctor Doom's head, and Doctor Doom stops it with three fingers. Apparently, he just does like that to Stormbreaker, like it's nothing, just before it even gets to him. And I don't know if he crushes Stormbreaker or what have you, but apparently, Thor tried to take on Doctor Doom by himself. And just like the joke I made with Gambit, people didn't know I did a video a while back. Channing Tatum had got injured on set of Doomsday. He sustained an injury, and I just made the joke, knowing that they're fighting Doctor Doom, that he tried to make a name for himself because we know that's what Gambit likes to do, right? Um, so Thor throws Stormbreaker. I think he has Stormbreaker and Mjolnir. Where's his daughter? Don't know. They did not say if she was in the trailer or not. I wonder if they're going to make her a Young Avenger. I do wonder if they're going to make her a Young Avenger. Um, but Cassie Lang was in the trailer, I guess. Speaking of Young Avengers, she was in the trailer. Ant Man, man, maybe it might be the last time he sees her because I think there are rumors out there that Scott Lang. Ant Man is going to die in Doomsday. Um, but that was in there. From the reports, Ant Man, Scott Lang meets up um, with Sam Wilson and Bucky, which I know he's supposed to be. I think Joaquin Torres was there as well. So it's like you know the reason why people have a problem with um, the reason why I might need to move my car up. This guy's cutting the grass. The reason why people have a problem with um, Captain America: Brave New World is because he should have been. at least a end credit scene. He should have been setting up the new Avengers. We knew. I think most of us who knew who he would call, it would have to be old teammates that he has a history or relationship with. Scott Lang was probably the first call because he's the one who recruited Scott Lang to bring him into the Avengers for Steve Rogers during Civil War. So that's not a surprise. I don't like the whole thing of him and Bucky. And hold on, guys, I think I'm gonna just move because these guys need to cut the grass, and they're just that's as soon as I set up to do this, right? Maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's a sign I shouldn't be going live right now because they just came out of nowhere. Um, and to be fair, guys, I was waiting. I was holding out hope that they were going to release the Doomsday trailer to the public, and then we could kind of just see it for ourselves and kind of go over it. But that's not gonna happen. Anyways, so we know that where was I? We know that he's recruiting the new Avengers. You got all of them. They all were confirmed for the movie. Let's see other cool things from the description that they said. We have the Wakandans meeting. We got the Wakandans and Namor's people meeting with that. Some of the things were taken out in that scene that they released. They said that they were actually in the middle of the ocean. That's why it looked like a desert, and something or someone was using their powers to hold up the water so that there was no water where water was supposed to be. And apparently that was that's what happened. That's what it was. So in that shot with the Fantastic Four with them apparently was some of the new Avengers. Joaquin Torres, I think, was one of the ones mentioned. I don't know if it was Sam or not because he would already know them, but they were with the Fantastic Four for whatever reason. I believe Thor was with them because Thor is apparently on the Fantastic Four ship when the Thunderbolts see it coming into space. Thor was already on that ship with them, as well as Captain America Steve Rogers. Now that they were saying an interesting scene when he throws the Stormbreaker at Doctor Doom. They said that Steve Rogers is actually the one who controls it to pull it away. So like Doctor Doom didn't destroy Stormbreaker like Hela did Mjolnir, but he did that as a way to prove to Thor that he was in fact indeed the same Steve Rogers. Now a couple more things. We get the Shang-Chi Gambit fight everybody's talking about. Sounds like that's gonna be bonkers. Um, having both of them just kind of going at it and using their power sets is going to be cool to see. Like I said, Gambit tries to make a name for himself, which he kind of has to do because they did him wrong on his movie. Deadpool and Wolverine was very meta. Um, I think that's one of the things that kind of made it work. And having him at the mansion, at the X-Men mansion, officially as an X-Men in this universe that they're going to, I look forward to seeing. I don't know if they're going to recast. If they cast that young lady, I forget her name. If they cast her as Rogue, they're going to have to recast Gambit, and we're going to get a different Gambit. But I am happy that Channing Tatum got to play Gambit officially, comic accurately, and he got to do his thing. And I think we all feel cheated out of not getting that Gambit movie. Now, personally, I don't think Gambit is the kind of character who needs his own movie. That was more subset because Fox had the rights and they were trying to make movies. And for whatever reason, Fox and Sony feel like they got to make, second tier characters have to have their own movie. I think that's where they fail. They're not